This is hopefully a shortish video to talk through the editorial process using OJS for transnational literature. Now, when you are an editor for the journal, you will have been assigned a login and password for the OJS system. So this is the landing page for the submissions program. And at the top right, usually there'll be a button saying login, and you click there and enter your details. Now I've logged in already, so it's displaying my name. And if I want to see the submissions that have come my way, I click on my name and I can view my dashboard, which is what I will do now. Now my dashboard looks quite busy because I'm a journal manager, so I have lots of buttons. But what you will most likely have is your queue, so what's been assigned to you. Now I'm going to take a step back and show you the process from the submission of a new piece through to its publication. So I'll talk through the whole process at a bit of a romp. So I have just received an email to say that a new article has been submitted, and this is that article. Now I submitted it myself. It's written by Jane Bloggs and it's called a sample article, and it's going to be my test case through this program. So I've received that email to say come and have a look, see what interesting new ideas have been shared. So here I am in my submissions window taking a look at the unassigned pieces, and I see, yes, that a new piece has come in. So far it's got no editor assigned to it and it is tagged as being simply on submission. So I want to know more about it and decide, is this something I want to put through the editorial process? So I click on the item and it opens this next page. Now there are 5 areas of usefulness on this page, and I'm going to talk you through them. Starting right at the top, there are 2 tabs. One is called Workflow and one is called Publication. Now a useful way to think about these tabs is that publication is what is this? What is this that has been submitted? And this is the kind of bare bones information about the piece. It's information that the writer has given to us. So it may or may not be entirely accurate, but that's where you would start. So here I can see the title of the piece and I can see the abstract that the writer has given us. I can see who has contributed to it. I can see the metadata that the writer has given us. So that includes the keywords, for example. There are no galleys prepared for it because it is brand new. The permissions are automatic, but the writer will have suggested a section of the journal that they think that this piece is ideal for. So I would take a look at that. So now I've got a sense of what is this piece. So heading back to Workflow, that takes us to the next of the useful sections of this page, and that is the what stage is it at. So what is it, and then Workflow is what stage is it at. And you can see here that there are 4 tabs that tell you where is this piece up to in its journey to publication. Now this is still on submission, it's brand new, so you can see the files as they currently stand. So the piece submitted to us, the biography of the person submitted to us in the submissions tab. Below that, there is a place for discussion, and each of the tabs has a place for discussion. And this is a sort of online inbox, email inbox. You can ask questions of the writer, you can ask questions of the journal editors here, you can add them to a discussion. So when you put anything here, the people that you tag will receive an email to say, oh, there's something that needs your attention, and when they click on the link in their email, they'll be brought to this page. So this is a sort of centralized inbox, if you like. And the last stage, the last area that's useful is over here. Who is involved in the piece so far? And the only participant at the moment is the writer themselves, Jane Bloggs. Now, it's my job as the first sort of triage editor to decide whether or not I want to send this piece on for further consideration. I might have read the abstract and thought, no, this is not a piece for us, in which case I would assign myself as a participant and I could just simply reject it. Or I might think, no, I want one of the book review editors to take a look. I might want to read the piece before I forward it, so I would do that by clicking on the title, and down here you can see in my taskbar that the version of the file has been given a number, it's been anonymized slightly, and I could open that up to read it in a Word document. So I'm assuming that I do want to assign this to an editor. So what I would do is open the assigned participant, and the sort of editor I'm looking for is a section editor. So I'd ask it to search through the section editors for me and find Sabrine. And there she is. So I have just tagged her. If I wanted to give her a message, I could type it here, or I can use one of the suggested predefined messages. So editorial assignment would simply populate this screen with, there's a piece that needs your attention. And then I would click OK. So she would receive an email to say a piece has been assigned to you. Now this piece is still on submission, but Sabrine can log in and take a look. And what she might decide to do is one of these three things here. She might decline the submission. It's not suitable for us. That's the most straightforward thing. Clicking that button opens another sort of centralized online email, pre-populated with a rejection message. You can change that rejection message if you want to add a little bit of context or explanation, or you can use the message as it is. It's entirely up to you. The writer would receive that email and their work would be archived, and that would be the end of that. They might decide, Sabrine might decide to send it to review. Perhaps she wants a second opinion, in which case she could click that button and it would move the text in their entirety on to review, which is the next tab in the workflow. And at that point, she can add reviewers. So she can, there's the button in review, which I will just open here. Oh, I haven't initiated it, so I can't see that just yet. But if I did click send to review, you'll be able to add other people to the conversation and they would be able to see the files too. I'm actually going to accept it and skip review because this is a book review and it's unlikely that I'm going to want that kind of external second opinion. So I am going to accept and skip review. I'm not going to send a notification to the author at this point. Now, I'm going to select the files that I want to send forward to the copy editing stage, and I'm going to keep the files as they were originally submitted. So that means that I just press this button and it will move all of the files into the next stage, which is the copy editing tab. If I wanted to change any of these files, say for example, I had read the sample article, had a discussion with the writer and suggested a few changes, and that writer had agreed those changes, then I would save the revised Word document on my computer from the reviewer, from the writer, and I would save it with a different version number. And at this point, I could upload that file and overwrite one of these if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do it for this. I'm just going to save that. So now you can see that we've gone from the submission, we've skipped review, and we've landed in copy editing. Now, at this point, I definitely do want to make some changes to the files. So because I want to include the biography in the sample article now as one document, so that it's all on one sheet of Word document ready to send into production. So I definitely do want to upload a different file at this point. So I go here, and I'm going to want to upload a different file. And this is the same file box that you see every time that you want to upload a file. It's the same file box that the writer saw when they put through their submission in the first instance. And now what I'm doing here is a revision of an existing file. So it asks me here, its default position is this is not a revision. This is just something extra that I want to be included on the submission. But I do want to overwrite something that I've already got on there, and that's going to be the sample article. It's now a version that has the biography included on it, and I'm going to upload that version, and it's going to be this file here, which I have named version 2. So it's the same file, but version 2, and I'm going to continue with that. Am I happy with that? Yes, I am. And it asks me, am I happy? One more time. There we go. So now you can see that it has overwritten the original file. It's got version 2 written here rather than that first one. Okay. And then I'm going to send the piece to production. Now, what I want to do is tell the general editor that I am happy. So I'm going to get them involved at this point because I want them to typeset, I want them to proofread and make the final piece. So I'm going to get them involved by just clicking on their name in the same way that I did for Sabrina, and they've received an email notification saying, oh, there's something that needs your attention here. But I'm happy that this is the file at the end of my process. We've talked about it, the writer and I. This is the best version that we can come up with, and now I want to send it into production for the editor to manage the last stage of the process. So I would send it to production. Don't want to send an email notification to the author at this stage. And it asks me which files do I want to take forward to production. And actually all I want to do is take forward the sample article. I don't want to take the biography because I've taken that biography and I've included it in the version 2. So everything is all in one place. And I record that editorial decision. And now you can see that the production files are there. It's the right version, it's only one file, and it's then up to the editor to schedule that for publication. So that's us moved through all 4 stages of production. And we've included various people in our conversations. We've seen that we can have a discussion at any point and include people in that discussion. So that is all of the stages of production up to the actual live version on the web. So I hope that that was useful.